Hey, welcome to this week's episode of Topical English Vocabulary with me, Teacher Tiffany. In this week's episode, we're going to dive deeper into the topic of education systems around the world. I'm going to teach you 5 new English terms that will help you speak confidently about this topic. Are you ready? Well then, let's jump right in. All right, so we're diving into this topic of education systems around the world. And the very first word I want to teach you is pedagogy. Good. Again, pedagogy. Excellent. One more time after me. Pedagogy. Excellent. Now, this is a term used very often when someone is speaking about education. And remember, the goal of this lesson is to help you speak English confidently about this topic, education systems around the world. And in order to do that, you must understand how to use this word pedagogy. Yes, I know it can be tricky to pronounce the word. So I want to break down the meaning of this word. This term pedagogy just refers to the method and practice of teaching, especially in an educational setting. Once again, it refers to the method and practice of teaching. Now, as an English teacher, my goal is always to help you, as an English learner, speak with confidence. I also want to help you organize your thoughts in English. So my pedagogy, again, my method and practice of teaching is all surrounded around you, helping you speak with confidence. So every lesson that I teach has that as the foundation. How can I help you speak with confidence? Again, this term pedagogy refers to the method and practice of teaching. Make sense? Yes, you got it. All right. Now what I want us to do is look at some example sentences using this term. Here's the very first term, the very first example sentence using the term. Modern pedagogy emphasizes student-centered learning and active participation. Look again. This term refers to the method and practice of teaching. And in this first sentence, modern pedagogy emphasizes student-centered learning and active participation. It means when we're thinking about education in the modern sense, the focus is on keeping you involved, asking you questions. Like at the beginning, when I said the term pedagogy and I wanted you to repeat after me. Student participation. Hey, repeat after me. Pedagogy. Yes. So the fact that you just repeated after me is proof that this modern pedagogy focuses on, once again, active participation. Make sense? Excellent. All right, here's the next sentence. Teachers are trained in various pedagogical techniques to effectively engage their students. Once again, teachers are trained in various pedagogical techniques to effectively engage their students. And finally, sentence number 3. Pedagogy can vary greatly between different education systems, influencing how lessons are delivered. You caught that, right? Good. So again, these are the example sentences using this term pedagogy, again, referring to the method and practice of teaching. Now it's time for us to move to our second term. Again, we are speaking about education systems around the world. So our next term is bilingual education. Good. Again, bilingual. It's a longer word. Bilingual. You got it? Good. Education. Excellent. One more time after me. Bilingual education. Great job. All right, so again, we're speaking about education systems around the world, and we have this term bilingual education. What does bilingual education refer to? So this term just refers to an educational approach where students are taught in two languages, aiming to promote proficiency in both. The key here is an approach where students are taught in two languages. Now, I have a friend, and this friend is American, but she's Dominican, right? And her parents speak Spanish. So at home, she speaks Spanish with her parents, but then when she's teaching in both languages. She teaches her students here in America because they are a part of a bilingual education program. So in her classroom, she's a teacher, a great teacher. She teaches her students Spanish, but when they have trouble, she can switch to English and answer their questions. This is an example of bilingual education. I also have another friend. She's Korean. Her husband is American. Her husband and I went to college together. So their daughters are learning both languages. Why? Because she understands the importance of her children being able to speak her mother tongue and her husband's mother tongue. Make sense? Yes. So again, bilingual education is actually becoming a lot more popular here in America. Let's check out these example sentences using this term. Here we go. Bilingual education programs can enhance cognitive skills and cultural awareness among students. I agree 100%. Next, in some countries, bilingual education is a requirement to ensure students are proficient in both their native language and a global language like English. And finally, the school offers bilingual education to help students become fluent in Spanish and English. You got it? Excellent. So once again, our second term is bilingual education. Great job. All right, now we're going to move on to our third term. Again, we're speaking about this topic of education systems around the world. And our third term is inclusive education. Good. This term again, inclusive education. Excellent. One more time after me. Inclusive education. Great job. Now this term inclusive education, remember, we're focusing on education systems around the world. So what does this term inclusive education actually mean? So this term inclusive education just refers to an educational approach that ensures all students, regardless of their abilities or disabilities, are taught together and provided with the support they need. This is very key. This first word, inclusive. Looking at the definition, again, an approach that ensures all students are taught together. So again, inclusive education is focused on making sure that each student in a program is receiving the same education, matching their level, matching their ability. For example, let's say this term, each student needs to learn the fundamentals of algebra. But we have a student maybe that has ADD or ADHD or possibly autism. Well, according to this educational system, each of those students must understand the fundamentals and the foundations of algebra by the end of the term. Some students might need extra help, so the system will provide that extra help to make sure they stay on the same level. Does that make sense? Yes, you got it. This is what inclusive education is all about. So let's check out these example sentences. Here we go. Inclusive education aims to create a learning environment where every student feels valued and supported. Next, Teachers in inclusive education classrooms are trained to adapt lessons to accommodate diverse learning needs. And finally, implementing inclusive education practices can help address educational disparities and promote equity. You got it? Yes. So once again, our third term after me, inclusive education. Great job. So now we need to move to our fourth term. Again, we're focusing on education systems around the world. And our fourth term that you need to understand in order to speak English fluently about this topic is vocational training. Good. Again, vocational training. Excellent. I want you to repeat it one more time after me. Vocational training. Good. Excellent. That V sound can be a little bit tricky, but you got it. So again, we're speaking about vocational training. What does this term vocational training actually mean? So here's the definition. Education and training designed to equip students with specific skills and knowledge required for particular trades or careers. Notice the last portion. With specific skills and knowledge required for particular trades or careers. For example, a trade could be working with HVACs, air conditioning systems, or an electrician. Something that you don't necessarily have to get a degree for, but you definitely need to study. You need certification. It's a trade, something that we all need, right? This is what vocational training refers to. Again, knowledge or skills for a specific or particular trade or a career. We say vocational. Now, check out these example sentences because they'll help you understand this term even more. Here's the first example sentence. Vocational training programs often provide hands-on experience in fields such as carpentry, plumbing, and electrical work. You got it? Yes. Here's the next one. Many students choose vocational training as an alternative to traditional academic paths to enter the workforce quickly. Make sense? This kind of goes back to what I was saying a few moments ago. There are programs that for students, for example, that don't want the college track. They don't want to go to college. They want to work quicker. They want to get their hands dirty. They want to start working. And these vocational training programs can help them start working faster. They may want to be a plumber, and that only takes a year. They may want to be an electrician, and that only takes 2 years. Again, vocational training. Here's the third sentence. The school partners with local businesses to offer vocational training that aligns with industry needs. You got it? Yes. All right. So again, our fourth term is vocational training. Excellent. All right. Again, we're giving you the tools you need to be able to speak confidently about this topic. Now, again, education systems around the world. We're going to get our fifth term. Our fifth term to help you speak English fluently about this topic. This term, again, the fifth term is exchange program. Good. Again, after me, exchange program. Good. Last time after me, exchange program. Great job. Now, this is something that is very close to me, exchange program. Now, before I break down this term and help you understand how to use it in real life, I want to remind you, these lessons that come to you each Friday are from the Daily English Vocabulary newsletter, a free newsletter that I send out via email every day from Sunday to Friday. You can get an email each day and learn 5 new words based on a topic. The way that you improve your English is by being consistent and following a plan. This plan involves daily vocabulary words. So go to www.dailyenglishvocabulary.com. Sign up for free and I'll start sending you an email every day from Sunday to Friday. Now, this term again that we're looking at right now, exchange program, literally just means a program that allows students to study in a different country or educational institution for a specific period, often to gain international experience and cultural understanding. Basically, an individual leaving their home country to go to another country to study. That's exactly what I did. Now, I was a missionary in South Korea. I went to teach English and the Bible. But while I was in Korea, I wanted to study Korean, and I was able to get a scholarship from the Korean government, and I started studying at a Korean university. I have a master's degree in Oriental painting. You didn't know that, did you? You learn something new every day. But yes, so I actually enjoy art. So I was studying in another country. I was a part of an exchange program. Again, a program that allows students to study in a different country or educational institution for a specific period. Make sense? You got it. All right. Now let's check out these example sentences. Here we go. The university offers an exchange program that allows students to spend a semester studying abroad. Next. Participating in an exchange program can provide valuable cross-cultural experiences and language skills. And finally, exchange programs are often facilitated through partnerships between institutions in different countries. You got it? Yes. So again, we're talking about this term exchange programs. We're still on this topic of education systems around the world, and we have this term exchange program. You got it? Yes. So we have these 5 terms: pedagogy, bilingual education, inclusive education, vocational training, and exchange program. Now it's time for us to hear an example paragraph that uses each of these terms. This is how you're going to be able to recognize if you truly understood this lesson. So I want you to listen closely. Here we go. Education systems around the world display a wide range of approaches to learning and development. From the structured curriculum of traditional models to the hands-on focus of vocational training, educational philosophies differ significantly. Many countries emphasize inclusive education to accommodate diverse learners, while bilingual education gains popularity for cultural and linguistic benefits. Exchange programs provide opportunities for students to experience different educational environments, fostering global perspectives. Ultimately, diverse pedagogical approaches and the integration of technology further shape the educational landscape across the globe. You heard each of the terms that we went over today. You heard vocational training, inclusive education, exchange programs, bilingual education, and pedagogical. This is how you learn English. This is how you improve your English, by studying vocabulary based on topics. I truly hope you enjoyed this lesson. Don't forget, if you want to keep studying with me, all you have to do is go to www.dailyenglishvocabulary.com, sign up for free, and from Sunday to Friday, I'll send you an email for free every single day, helping you improve your vocabulary. Until next time, keep studying English.